It's 1 p.m. in the morning. I'm climbing over a fence to a private beach with some dude that is drunk. I just met him. He's with a metal detector. I'm crying. We're at this beach looking for an engagement ring that costs $10,000. And nope, it was not my engagement ring. It was the ring that I lost of my client. Welcome to the Secret Failure Files of a Professional Photographer, hosted by me, Shella, where I share one mistake or one failure in my career and what it actually taught me. Now buckle up. This story is going to be a rough and a nervy roller coaster. How I lost a $10,000 engagement ring in Ukraine, where the average salary in my region was $400. So maybe we even gonna have some shedding tears at this point. Just a heads up, I'm not a professional YouTuber. This is my first video, and to be honest, I'm having really a lot of issues filming this, and English is not my first language, so bear with me. I will try my best on telling the story. I really hope that this will be inspiring and you will learn the lessons the easy way, not the hard way, how the universe taught me. I'm in Ukraine. I'm a photographer. I think I was a photographer for a couple years at this point. And I start working for a professional photo studio in my small town. One of the best studios. I got to work with the best professionals. For me, they were not just employers. They were my work family. We're getting to the end of summer and we had this crazy idea. What if we build a boat and we bring it to the seaside? We lived by the sea. We're gonna host a photo shoot day for our clients. We have all the outfits ready and we pack everything up in a big car with a trailer. When we start coming to the sea, we start understanding that the weather is getting much worse. Plus, I think we were running a little bit late. So we're like, okay, we have rain, we don't have sun, and the sea is a little bit rough. So it would be really hard to keep the small sailboat in place in order to take pictures. So we're like, okay, whatever, we're just gonna make it happen. No big deal. Model who was modeling for the promo photo shoot was the owner of the studio, gorgeous woman. And she gets her dress on, we get the boat on the sea. She takes off her rings and she's like, Shella, can you keep these rings? Like put them in your purse. I don't wanna lose them in the water, in the sand, like, and they don't fit the outfit. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I had this small purse, like it unfolds like this, and a small secret pocket with a zipper. So I put that in that small zipper, close the purse, and I'm like, okay, let's start shooting. Like we shot in the rocks, we shot in the sand, we shot in the water, and the sun was eventually coming down. It was getting colder. We were like, okay, we at least got a couple shots that we can use for our promos. We pack everything, and the owner comes up to me and she's like, Shella, can you give me the rings back? I'm like, oh man, I forgot about them. So I go into my purse, and the first thing that I notice is the zipper from the smaller compartment of the pocket. It's open. And then I look in, I'm like, oh, the rings are there. So I just give those rings to the owner, and she's looking at the rings and she's looking at me, and I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, well, where's the third ring, the engagement ring? And I was like, I only have 2 rings. And that's the moment where my brain just starts clicking. The zipper was unlocked. What if I lost it? And I'm like, are you sure you gave me 2? She's like, Shella, I'm positive that I gave you 3 rings. And I'm like, I believe at that point, like my heart already went down. I started opening up. I like pull everything out of the purse. I'm looking all around, like maybe when I was getting the rings to hand over to her, maybe they dropped, maybe something happened. And like I started looking over the sand. I started looking in my pockets. I started looking everywhere. And I understand that it's not here. And she's looking at me almost crying. She's like, this ring is $10,000. And she was like, it's not the price. This ring means so much to me. It holds so much memories. But I want you to paint the plot. It's getting dark, it's sand, and the ring is white gold. The sand is practically the same color. And I understand we were shooting in the rocks, in the water, in the sand, and like not in just one place of the beach. We were running all around the places. So we start, like the whole crew, the whole team, we start going through all the spots where we were shooting. An hour goes by, we can't find nothing. So I believe they're like the security that looks over this private beach. These guys, they come over to us. They're like, oh, what's happened? Oh, we lost a $10,000 ring. And they were like, oh no. Oh no. They're like, okay. They're like, I think in their eyes, they're like, oh, $10,000, like we're gonna become rich. And so they're like, oh, let us help you. So they like start trying helping us, but they were not trying to help us. They were like probably even trying to mess up the spots where we were. So they're like, eventually they just went off. We started packing, and I remember this is the first time I'm calling my husband, and I'm like, I messed up so badly. And I'm just weeping with cries. I'm crying. He's like, Shella, what happened? I'm like, please forgive me, because we now owe $10,000. I lost the owner's ring while we were shooting. And we did everything. It's dark. We cannot find anything. We're just going home. I don't know what to do. It's around 10 p.m. It's already dark. The tide is coming in from the sea. And my husband's calling me. He's like, okay, we need to find a metal detector, because that will help us find the ring. And I'm like, bro, seriously, where are we going to find a metal detector at around 10:30 p.m. And the sister of the owner, she's like, okay, I have a friend. He likes to hunt treasures with a metal detector. And I'm like, call him. She's like, well, he's not gonna probably answer. I'm like, please call him. So she gets up on the phone, she calls him, and she's like, hey, I'm having a situation. Do you still have your metal detector? He's like, yeah, I still have it. What's up? And she's like, well, we lost the ring here down in the sea. Can you lend us your metal detector? He's like, well, I'm not gonna lend you my metal detector because like it's really expensive. I don't want you to lose it. You don't know how to use it. And he's like, well, I'm free in a couple days. We can hop on and we'll go to the seaside and look for your ring. And she's like, yeah, okay, fine. So she puts down the phone, and I start thinking to myself, only time we have to find the ring is right now at night. The most important thing, the security that looks over this beach, I bet they already went looking for metal detectors, and the next morning walking down the seaside looking for the ring. So we did not have time to wait. It was devastating. It was extremely devastating. And my husband calls again. He's like, give me the phone number of this guy. Somehow they make a deal. And the guy's like, okay, just pick me up here. He was already a little drunk, maybe a little more than a little drunk. We enter our city, our small town. He dropped me off in the middle of the town. My husband comes and picks me up, and we're driving to the drunk dude with the metal detector to drive another 40 minutes into the night to this private beach. So the gates were not locked. So we just like opened the gates. We drove into that beach, and we parked our car. No one was there. We're like, okay, because we tried knocking on all the doors. We were yelling. We were trying to get if there's a sleeping guard. No one was there. We were desperate. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna do what we need to do. Oh my gosh, it was stressful. The best part about this guy, he was drunk, but he was inspiring. He's like, yeah, we have like 30 to 40% that we're gonna find your ring. Okay, we just have to start. We were in a long and big part of the beach. So we start like from, let's say, from the right side. So he's going around. We get no beeps. It's just like, he's like, whoop, 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 nothing. And then I believe like 15 to 20 minutes, goes like beep, beep. It means we're getting closer to something. He's like, oh, I think we found something. Me and my husband are like looking super excited, like it's the ring, it must be the ring. And he goes like beep, 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 beep. He's like, it's right here, let's start digging. Like we get our flashlights, putting all the light in one spot. He's digging up a hole, he can't find anything. He gets the metal detector and he's like beep, 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 beep. Oh, we're in the wrong spot. So we start digging in that spot. And he's like, oh, and he's like, okay, it's right here. And he makes it clear. He gets, and it's a nail. And my heart just drops. He's like, don't worry, we still have a lot of things to go through. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true. We're going again. So then we're like, oh, why can't I look at beep, 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 beep. He's like, okay, might be it. Like we start digging in, the whole thing over. He gets up. He's like, something round. Like it's probably the ring. And it's a coin. And that's how the next 2 hours went by. We would come to all the spots we shot. We would go millimeter after millimeter, and we would just get beep, 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 dig something out, and it would be a really random metal thing that was not the ring. We're devastated. The guy got sober, and he's looking at me, and he was like, we did everything we could. Probably it's not in the sand. Probably it fell out in the water. And as you know, you cannot look with a regular metal detector in the water. Like, I think I didn't have emotions by that point. In my brain, I was like, okay, I messed up. Where am I gonna lend the money? I was already thinking of like what jobs I can pick up. And I remember at that point also, I was like, okay, this is the end of my career. This is a sign from God that I need to stop. I need to get a different job. Call it a day, done. We're almost getting ready to pack up. There was this last spot we didn't check because it was rocks in the water. So we were like, okay, he's like, I cannot go around rocks. I don't know how it works, but the metal detector doesn't work good around big rocks. If you know, comment down below how that works. I was desperate and I'm like, can we check by the rocks? I'm like, that's the last place we didn't check. So he comes up, he goes with the metal detector. I think 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We're just getting like beep, 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 beep. He like starts digging out, and it's the rocks, or again, a coin, or some kind of nail, some kind of bottle from beer. So it was like all random stuff. 15 minutes again, like beep, beep, nothing, 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 nothing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, screw it. I'm like, pack everything up. We're going home. We're tired. I think it's like 3:30 or 4 a.m. in the morning. And I start walking off. I'm just walking off, and I remember he's like, okay, let me check this last spot. And he comes with a metal detector, and I hear the regular sound that I was hearing for the last 3 hours. It goes beep, 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 beep. He starts digging out, and he's like, something white. I'm already walking off, and he gets out, and he's holding a ring. He's like, Shella, I found a ring. I run towards him. I pick up the ring, and I don't even know how the ring looks. Like, I don't even know if it's that ring. Like, I'm holding a ring, but is it that ring that we're looking for? Or we found a ring of some other person? I'm texting to the owner. I'm calling her. I'm waking her up. I'm like, is this your ring? And she calls me, and she's like, Shella, that is my ring. We pack up. I think it was like my second verse. Now let's come to the fun part. What I've learned from this situation. We all have failures, missteps, mistakes. We all have them through our whole life. They never end. But the most important thing is how you deal with these situations and what you learn from them. The 2 lessons that I've learned. First lesson, I do not take belongings and jewelry, anything expensive of my clients during the shoot. Because if I take them, I'm responsible for them, and I'm not taking that responsibility. And the second rule, I never wear purses, like any kind of purses. The only thing that I wear is a fanny pack. Only my belongings are there. Bonus rule is I've learned to take responsibility. And no matter how hard it is, no matter even if it's not fully my fault, I take my responsibility because I'm a grown up. That's how life works. That wraps up. The first failure files are going into the failure files bucket. Is that how you say it? Subscribe, hit the like button, and if you have your own stories, please share them in the comments below. My name is Shella. I'm a brand strategist, photographer, and videographer based in Minnesota. Thank you for stopping by. This means the world to me, and I'll see you in the next episode.